never learned how to read.
Would you kindly?
I'm not saying you're incorrect. I'm just saying that there may be a flaw in there somewhere.
Listen, you're going straight. You take a left.
This is
Take another. Then you take another left. Then you take another left. You just made it right.
It's not wrong. And if you really want to just take a right, take 5 rights.
That's what we call taking a Richard.
4. Then you just literally go in a circle. God damn it!
Yeah, you want to circle, then take a right.
What are you eating, by the way?
What's that?
What are you eating? Oh, that's a floss pick thing.
Toothpick thing. I've gotten to the habit of picking my teeth, and now I've gone to the bad habit of chewing on it.
Oh no.
Good habit of flossing my teeth. Bad habit. I'm now chewing on it.
You can chew on a lot worse.
I used to chew on bottle caps.
So
like
did
the
I.
Metal ones?
No, plastic, from water bottle.
I used to chew on the small. I have like the little plastic bit that the lid attaches to that you break when you first open it. Yeah, I used to pull those out and chew on those.
I know a lot of people that have done that, and it's one of those things that for some reason, I don't know why, I never did. Like, watching it, I'm like, that hurt. Just watching you do that hurts my teeth.
You want to talk about habits I have that'll hurt people's teeth?
Yes.
I often will open a can like that with my teeth.
What is wrong with you?
There's a long list to answer that one.
Fair enough. All right, have a nice day. Well, welcome everybody to Scheduling Conflicts.
You almost didn't get that word out.
You shut your
mouth. You almost
mouth.
didn't get that word.
Shut your mouth.
No.
Because
I'm the baby Rhino, and I'm the one who makes fun of Bricker Boom all the time because he's a piece of shit.
I'm here as well.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say it's baby Rhino and Marcus, whatever you want to call me. Almost forgot this time.
You're doing great, dear.
I'm trying to figure out why my camera looks so weird.
Well, I think it's the person in front of the camera.
Yeah, I know I'm weird, but that's besides the point.
Looks fine to me.
Yeah, I don't.
It seems brighter than it should.
Maybe because this is probably the first time in months that there's actually been daylight out when we're able to record this.
That is accurate. So we're like 2 hours than we have been, and we're well past the start of spring, so.
Yeah, that is it.
There you go. Yeah, like that's why, and you can kind of see out the window of mine. There is definitely light still coming in through there, so that's why they are shut currently, because I don't want to see light.
Fight the love the night, man. Have you never seen that? You're giving me that look. You've never seen that.
No.
1 second.
Okay.
Oh, hey, there's my Pizza Hut order.
Oh, you got some Pizza Hut coming?
Oh no, we already got it. It's an Always Sunny in Philadelphia moment.
That would be why I haven't watched that.
I've never have either. I just heard of this song.
I wish that I still watch it, but like I wish that I enjoyed the show more than I do, because like it has some hilarious moments, but like when the entire premise, and I get that it's the premise of the show and it's the point, but the whole thing is they're assholes who are constantly suffering because they're selfish assholes. Man, it like watching like 3 episodes in a row where that's just the joke. I can't watch much of it at once.
I can understand that. Like that was that's why there for a while, the first season or so of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I could not get into it. I didn't get into it until the Tell Me Why scene became big. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I should go ahead and watch a little bit more. And the first little bit is kind of rough, and then it gets so much better.
It's also
that's how most shows end up going.
Fucking with my camera here. It's also the the show was pretty close to propaganda for so long, and
oh yeah,
and like it once it started to veer into a good mix of we are like a cop show, but we also have like genuine heart, and we actually want to talk about more serious and real issues. And you had more development and
Yeah.
character to all the characters, and like, no, like nobody here is just an idiot. Like, they're actually good at their jobs, and that's
Yeah.
why they keep their jobs, and they're good people and have actual things going on.
Yeah. Oh God, Baby Rhino. I wish that you would have seen it because I have a question I want to propose, but it spoils like a good portion of the show. So Parker, I'm gonna have to
Which-
ask you later on the side.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah, because I think that Baby Rhino. I think you said that you do plan on watching it at some point or another.
Wait,
so
what's
I don't
that?
Wanna... Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
no, I know. I have no plans.
Oh,
I can't
okay,
even think of
so-
many things worth like.
Let's spoil it. I don't give a shit.
Okay, cool. So you remember how at the end, spoiler alert for Brooklyn Nine-Nine for anybody that wants to watch it, skip about 5 minutes forward. Do you remember when Jake lets Doug Judy go at the very,
Yeah.
like at the very, very end?
Yeah, and he goes
Oh.
to France.
Something like that. A lot of people are actually very upset that Jake retired, basically being a dirty cop. And there are fan theories that that is part of why he retired, so there's no chance of him being caught letting Doug Judy go.
Huh.
So the the major antagonistic forces for the last like third of the show
Mhm.
are all corrupt as fuck cops
Yes, correct.
that don't get punished for it.
Yes, pop
That's
officer.
one of the points.
Yes.
I have your theories, but like one of the main things the show talks about is how like even when the crew gets their wins, like they often don't. There's an entire episode about racial profiling
Mhm.
of a cop because he's black, and like they say like we're gonna try to fight it, but nothing really comes of it, and you can surmise that probably it was they did their
Swept
best,
under
but
the rug,
no
yeah.
one gave a shit.
Yeah.
So this
Can't
just
ruin the
sounds like
cook's
real
life.
life.
Well,
Kinda,
yeah,
yeah,
and that's one of the things the show does. Like, it's one of the things I think the show does really well. I think a lot of media that really has like wants to deliver like messages and points, try so hard to present an actionable item, and like, and I see people who have shit on it too, of like Final Fantasy VII's environmentalist and corporate greed messages. Like, they kind of say there's not much that you as an individual can do, just more so that it's not right. But it's
Yeah.
good to have your morals and fight when you can, but like you're not gonna change the whole world. Tales of Vesperia has whole things about like you're not gonna change corrupt judicial systems. And
What a good fucking game.
oh, it's so good. It's so good. So like I feel like that's one of the things that Brooklyn Nine-Nine does really well, of saying like we would all love to solve these problems, at least everyone with an actual soul would love to solve them, but like they're not a simple defeat the bad guy and these will be done.
Wait,
And like for people to miss that.
So you're telling me that real life is not like Sonic the Hedgehog, where we defeat the bad guy and everybody lives happily ever after we get the 7 Chaos Emeralds?
Okay, come on now. There's always an exception to the rule.
Okay.
There's always
okay.
exceptions,
All right,
and
sorry.
like
my apologies.
come on, Tails, Knuckles is real. He is out there, and we will be buddies.
You sound so way hopeful for something that is not going to happen.
Let me dream. What am I? Who am I hurting?
You could dream all
He's
you
like,
want.
who am I hurting?
You could dream all. You're hurting yourself with your dreams.
I'm a Flames fan. I
I
already
think
knew that.
wait,
Oh,
like
fair enough.
I know you can't really see it because of how bright this room is, but like one day out in the sun just mowing for a few hours, and I'm so much tanner than I was like a few hours ago. Like
You doing that?
Hmm.
You doing that made me realize my dry elbow is finally going away. I've had dry elbow
Elbow
for
reveals.
weeks upon weeks. I have done nothing
by the way,
except I started using this. That is backwards
Oh, yeah.
for some reason. I don't know
That
why
shit's
it's backwards in the camera.
It's
I
normal
don't-
on
I don't know if you
Oh,
guys saw or not. Sorry if you see me swiping at my desk. A crumb of some sort made it probably for breakfast this morning, made it onto my desk, and now ants, because our house always has ants every summer.
Do you want
This is how
ants?
you
This
get- do
is
you
how
want
you
ants?
get ants.
Apparently, but the guy that's making the third Sonic the Hedgehog movie said that he is going to be taking a lot from Sonic Adventure Battle
Yeah.
2. And
So
if City Escape is not on there as a
I don't care
song,
about that.
I am
I-
going to flip a chair.
Look, I'm not so much worried. We know that Live and Learn will be in there because a motif of it was in the logo reveal. So we can assume that there's going to be some Crush 40 banger representation. I am just excited for a plot about corrupt military officials murdering a small child and then someone committing war crimes. Someone's gonna blow up the moon.
I'm just
That is a
excited for
war
the
crime.
Chow.
Oh my
I'm just excited
god.
for the little
I
Chow
would
they
love
had.
it if,
So-
if we get Chow. I will scream. If we
Do
got a movie tie-in, even if it was a mobile app, that was Chow raising again. Sega.
I have a
Please.
theory as to how that's going to work out. I have a feeling that the Chow Garden is going to be like an after credits kind of Marvel-esque
probably.
scene.
Oh, you know what? Know what though? No. They find a Chow and it follows them around, saying, "Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hey."
What? Why would you make something that we love into something that we hate?
Oh, don't worry. I love doing that to you.
So anyway, this week, everybody, we have 2 quizzes. The first one that I have is revolving around Kingdom Hearts. Parker, you have sports logos of some kind? Hockey, I'm assuming.
It's fun.
Let me ask this, and like this is just ignorant American brain. Do y'all even accept that there are other sports at all in Canada, or is it just okay? All right,
We even took American football in the NFL and we made our own version. We changed up like the rules. You have 4 downs, we have 3 downs, we have bigger balls, a bigger field, different rules around kicking, different
Bigger
rules around
balls.
returning a kick, different amounts of players that are allowed in the field. And my team sucks in that too, and I am depressed about it.
So the first question here is, Sora has a victory stance in the Colosseum every time that he wins a battle. Which 3 Final Fantasy characters does this imitate? A. Cloud, Squall, and Zell. B. Tifa, Yuffie, and Aerith. Or C. Cloud, Squall, and Tifa. A.
What? It's
A.
C. I was gonna go with C.
All right. It is
Tifa's
in
is
fact
this.
A. Cloud,
Tifa's
Squall,
is
and
this.
Zell.
And you feel like dusts herself a little bit and does stuff. Cloud spins it, and like Sora's is Cloud. He does Cloud.
He does the spin and
Squall does like double swings and then puts it on his back. I forget what Zell does.
Zell does
Zell-
the fist pump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zell was the man who punched. Like Zell and Tifa were literally the same characters in 2 different
Barrett
games.
does the same. Barrett does the fist punch too. Tifa
Well,
just
no,
big stretch.
Barrett does the gun punch, not the fist
Raises
pump.
it up and
Yeah, he does it with his
Tifa
gun.
just big stretch.
Well, Tifa just lets the tits hang out. It's
Insane.
not wrong.
Who was the strongest
Oh, come
Keyblade
on,
warrior?
Finn.
Who is rumored to be the strongest Keyblade warrior? A. Yin Sid. B. Xehanort. C. Sora.
Yen Sid. Oh no.
Wait,
Is it
what was
Sid?
A again?
Yin Sid. B. Xehanort.
Yeah.
C.
It's got to be A.
I would think Xehanort.
I was
I,
thinking.
would think
I
it
don't
has to-
think
I
it's
know we're
A.
talking something specific, but I'm thinking Xehanort.
According to, I believe it was Dream Drop Distance. Was that the prequel?
Dream Drop
No.
Distance was
Which one was the
what tied
prequel?
into 3. Birth by Sleep.
Birth
Birth
by
by
Sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Xehanort was granted the title of Master at some point during all that convoluted thing, and is rumored to be the strongest Keyblade wielder.
And that's how he
Can I
corrupted
just-
Terra.
Yes.
Can I just say, fuck you? Oh my god, he is in there. Fuck you for the whole storyline. It makes no fucking sense. Why do you keep doing this thing?
We're,
This
we're
person's not
gonna
this.
get it. We're gonna get it. Do not
It
say
makes
that
no
yet.
sense, you shut the fuck
Let's
up.
finish the quiz first, and then Parker, I will let you off your leash, and you can do what you need.
No, not allowed. Go away.
What is the most powerful Keyblade in the Kingdom Hearts series? A. The classic design. B. The X-Blade, which I think is still technically pronounced Keyblade.
E-Blade.
And
yeah.
C. The Ultima Weapon.
It'd be the
It's E.
Keyblade.
Yeah, it's
The
Keyblade.
entire point of Xehanort's thing is to summon
To get the Keyblade.
Even
Both
though it's
correct.
just 2 regular kingdom keys with some
Right,
anime
Like, that's
bullshit.
what kind of pissed me off. Like, I'm like,
Oh, I hate
So you're just
it
dual
so
wielding.
much. Like, I hated it so much because, like, like mini tangent, but like shit on Nomura for character designs all you want. Shit on that series for character designs. Almost every Keyblade in that game is fire. Like almost every weapon in that series looks awesome. Why does this one
What
suck?
is this? I
It is
just
just-
sent the link of it.
we just-
Why?
We just red green show duct tape 2 Keyblades together and called it a day.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's so. It's like, what do you have? You have like 2 handles. How do you hold this thing? You hold it from this handle. Now it's gonna be heavy on this way. This thing sucks.
They said, and I quote, "If it ain't broke, we're definitely not gonna fix it."
No, they said if it ain't broke, we're gonna duct tape more together to make it less broke.
That's
If
fine
one
by
sword
me.
is
And
100
it's still
power,
the-
2 swords is 200 power. So we put it
Exactly.
Together.
I'm glad you understand. Next question is, on average, how long is Kingdom Hearts 358 and a half days? A, 28 hours, B, 25 hours, or C, 26 hours?
Fuck. I don't know.
B.
How many hours are in 358 days?
That's
358 times 24.
Yeah, that'll
No,
work.
I'm also going with B.
I'm going to be out of just sheer confusion and hope to God that this is correct.
Well, God has abandoned you because it is C, 26 hours.
I
on
knew I was gonna-
average.
I knew I was gonna set myself on fire if I walked into a church.
I'm still mad that we just because we only got full like reanimated cutscenes and didn't get all the intricacies of the game in HD. We didn't get Roxas dropping the greatest line ever, where Roxas goes, "I can improvise" when he doesn't have a keyblade, picks up a stick, and Shion just goes, "Roxas, that's a stick. I can improvise."
Is that...
It's
What, is that
legitimately
like the
a thing.
manga or something?
No, it's the game. But it's one of the lines that
Amazing.
wasn't in the like remastered movies that you see in 1.5
That's
HD.
so sad.
So
Why?
most people haven't seen it. It's so like
I didn't
that
know that
game
was a
has
thing.
so many incredible bits
Huh.
that people just won't see.
All right. Out of the 3 main spells that Sora can learn, which is in battle the strongest of the 3? A, Thundaga, B, Firaga, or C, Blizzaga?
Wait, fire, blizzard. Wait,
Thunder,
fire, ice,
fire,
or thunder.
blizzard.
And they're all the same tiered.
I have to
Guessing.
say fire. Fire,
I'm
fire.
going- I'm guessing Blizzaga. If I'm getting your logic, I'm gonna guess Blizzaga.
It is actually Thundaga because it has a wider
my
AoE
God.
effect,
I
and
was
when you summon it, when it hits enemies, if they are close together, it will actually bounce between enemies.
Yes, it
doing more
will.
And
damage.
that's what I was thinking you were getting at, and I was thinking I was forgetting that there was a time that Blizzaga could freeze enemies, and I was like, that would
Oh yeah, didn't it do that in like the very first iteration?
one?
When it
I
was too
don't
busted?
remember. I don't remember.
Or no, I think it was Chain of Memories that it did that, if I'm remembering.
Oh, Chain of Memories.
Fuck Chain of Memories.
It's one of the 2 extremes, but that game is broken.
Yeah.
It's
either-
way too
you
hard,
know
or
what?
you
Yeah.
are murdering everyone.
Okay, Chain of Memories is also you either hate it or you don't. I hated that game. That game
I
was
like-
awful to play through.
Probably, in terms of gameplay, probably my biggest hot take about this entire franchise is that I would rather get more Chain of Memory style gameplay than what we got in Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance. I would take
No.
those cards over the command deck any day.
I don't want cards in my RPG.
And it's funny because I vehemently hate card games that aren't Uno. Uno's great.
Wait, you do?
Like Magic and Pokemon and all that. I hate card games because you have like I'm talking like the card games you build a deck for and stuff, not like
Okay.
Solitaire or like a deck of 52. I hate
Well-
a card game because I hate playing something that has this much text on every card and you have like 80 different things because you have to play
yeah.
it and then you have to tap it and turn this one which activates the dairy cow and it does this. How do you proceed and then this and that? Uno has 3 things. You just play or draw.
You know what? That's fair. That makes sense. I understand. Also, never touch a Yu-Gi-Oh! And never look at a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. Holy shit, the amount of text on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card is like a fucking novel
Bro.
on one
Exactly.
fucking card.
Who
Anyways,
is
next
the
one.
most powerful summon available in Kingdom Hearts 3? A, Meow Wow, B, Simba, C, Ariel.
Ariel.
Is it Ariel?
I believe Ariel is the most commonly used in speedruns. It's Ariel or Simba, I'm almost certain.
I don't think it's Simba, and I don't think it was the
And
other. No, I think
I'm
it has to
pretty
be
sure
Ariel.
it's Ariel. I'm pretty sure Ariel.
It is Simba, due to the fact that at the
Really?
end of his animation, he has that big explosion that also doubles as an attack. It technically does more damage, especially if they are close to the body, than what Ariel's main attack does.
I never use summons in any game that isn't KH1, so...
I'm kind of same. Like, I use Tinkerbell when... I think it's Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
fighting
Tinkerbell in
Maleficent.
KH1.
Yeah. And I think I've used Genie a couple times, but for the most part, no, I don't like
What were
using
all
the
the
summons.
summons? What were all the summons in Kingdom Hearts 3?
You
There
had
was
Ariel,
Wreck-It Ralph.
Simba, Wreck-It Ralph.
I think I used Wreck-It
Stitch.
Ralph a lot.
No, Stitch was in
another
2, I
one.
thought.
No, Stitch was in 3 too.
Oh, he was?
He had a
Okay.
I remember him having a lightning ability.
Okay.
Like Meow Wow was just hilarious. I loved having Wreck-It Ralph. Who did I use all
I
the
just
time?
love that the Dream Eater's theme from Dream Drop Distance that sounds like just slightly cursed. It just lives rent free in my head. And like every time I'm like pissed at somebody like at work or in life or something, and I just want to like commit violent acts, that theme just goes in my head.
It's like
so-
in
As
Dragon
I
Ball
just
Z when you
imagine
hear Vegeta's
snapping their
theme.
deck.
Yeah.
And I just imagine snapping their decks.
I wasn't really super paying attention because I was looking at the list, and yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is on there. What the fuck you mean snapping dicks?
Snapping necks.
My
Necks.
God,
Oh, I
dude.
heard dicks. I was out of it.
Yeah,
I'm not
clearly.
listening.
I would not snap anyone's dicks. I am
Unless
above
they
that.
gave consent.
So I used to use the Wreck-It Ralph summon all the time because
I
if you did it
guess.
right, it was like the most damaging, but it's also very hard to do.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I had to like build blocks, and I was just like, X button. Just gonna X button.
Kill faster.
Well, one of the last questions. There's technically 2, but the last question is an essay question.
Oh,
I
God.
don't like you.
Oh
Don't worry.
God!
Don't worry. I believe in you, Parker. But this question is: how many trophies are there in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix or achievements, depending on the console you're playing? A, 49, B, 55, C, 51.
55. I'm just going with what I think is.
I'm going to say 51 because I'm pretty sure I have 49 of them.
Okay. 51 is correct.
Damn. That's a lot. That's
That's
that doesn't
quite
even
a
seem
few.
like a lot.
I did everything in
it's not bad.
KH2 except for the finishing the gummy ship stuff. And then it was like,
nobody
That's
finishes the
not what
game.
counts, is it?
I like, and I remember I'm pretty sure Erin was very disappointed in me when I told her that, but I was like, I tried, and I'm like, I will not perfect the gummy ship stuff. In
Admittedly-
every one of the games, I don't care.
Admittedly, it is better in 2 and 3 than it was in 1.
3, it's fine, I
Yeah,
think.
well,
But
you
I'm
don't
pretty
have to do
sure
much.
Aaron 100%ed that too.
That sounds about right.
yeah, she platinumed all of them.
Because
Now-
she's insane.
This is the last question. I don't think Rhino will have an answer for it, so Parker, it is up to you. But the essay question is, why was Mickey justified in leaving Aqua?
Oh my god! You really want to have Parker answer that? You really want to?
Uh-huh.
Because there was no justification.
No, if you're going to make a justification, and I don't agree with it with this stupid fucking rat, if you're going to make a justification, he was justified in the fact that at the end of 0.2 Fragmentary Passage, she told him to. Like, she willingly sacrificed herself to hold off I believe it was a wave of darkness while Sora and Riku and Mickey closed the door to Kingdom
I
Hearts.
think you're right. Isn't that actually literally what happens in
Yes,
the game?
because it's also, and this is the best thing to come from that entire game, because we have canonical proof that Mickey Mouse at that moment did in fact lose his shirt. That was very important lore, and we needed to know that.
I will give you an A+ for your essay for admitting the truth.
I just love that there is an entire game that's greatest contribution to the lore is legitimately
Is Mickey Mouse
proving that
nipples.
Mickey did lose his shirt.
I'm picturing him as like just this ripped like Mickey Mouse, like a 6-pack.
Slapped.
Yeah, like Swoly Mouse is what we'll call him, but that's what I want to picture.
Oh god.
But congratulations. I do have for the next time that we do this, Lady B was kind enough to take a bunch of Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy characters and Photoshop out the body, so all that's left is the eyes. So next time that we do this, you guys are gonna have to identify some characters based solely on the eyes that you see.
I don't like this.
Good.
I did good on the
I
anime
will
part.
I did a lot better than I thought I would. I was glad that I knew Yusuke immediately.
Yes, you
I
Yeah.
do love that show. It is really good.
Spirit Gun.
And I'm almost done the tournament arc.
Which the dark
first
tournament?
one.
Okay.
Yeah, the Dark Tournament. Which, like, I know anime, it's a huge thing, but, like, holy shit, when does this end?
See,
Anime's a
that's
mistake.
the thing
Has
that
great moments.
I loved the tournament arc, but literally I loved it for Chu, Jin, because the whole I thought I was crazy Urameshi, but you're the one who takes the cake. You don't go making bombs go boom in your face is still one of the best lines of anime history to me. And then the finals. But even the finals, I'm just like, we could speed this up a little bit.
And that's more a thing just with anime as a whole.
Yeah.
But it's like, I really do not need an episode of 20 minutes to and change even, because it has to go before and after. That's one fight,
Yeah.
basically. Or
I mean-
one battle in the tournament. You could give me 2 minutes of the fighting, and I'm probably the only one who would think this, and then like 15 minutes of all the friends of the team just doing bullshit in the stands. And I would be content.
I mean,
Or the 2 tournament announcers, because holy shit, they're incredible. They're so entertaining.
what I'll say is that it's still quicker than anything Dragon Ball Z related. Now, granted, that's
Faster
not
than
much of an
anything One
achievement,
Piece
mind
related.
you, but...
It's faster than One Piece.
Well, I mean,
Everything's
when you
faster
have,
than
I
One
was going to
Piece.
say, when you have 1,000+ episodes,
Oh my
not
god!
much of an achievement anymore, my dude.
To be fair, they at least keep it to the actual manga.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I
With
mean,
as many
there's a
episodes
lot of
as it
stuff,
is,
there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
with as much stuff as there is in there, it has one of the lowest percentage of fillers out of any other anime out
Which
there.
is kind of crazy just given how much there is, but I remember watching a good, like, when I was younger, watching up until about the time that they met Choppa, I think his name is. Is that Choppa?
Tony
Choppa?
Chopper.
Chopper.
Tony Chopper?
Sure. And I remember that, like, leading up to that, I was like, wow, there really isn't much filler in here. Meanwhile, Naruto, as much as I love that show, has entire seasons dedicated to filler.
Okay, so let's look at this. Naruto, but there's also Naruto Shippuden, which are 2 different things technically.
Technically.
Naruto has 41% filler. Naruto Shippuden has, out of 500 episodes, 203 are filler, so very half,
Yeah, well,
which is insane. And only 10% of One Piece is fillers, and it's like 1 or
Wow.
2 episodes here or there.
That's impressive.
And that's it, 1 or 2 episodes.
Is genuinely impressive.
Now, there is one anime, if I'm not mistaken, that is 0 filler.
Case closed.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is
Well, that's
0
just
filler.
because it's bizarre.
No, it's actually because they literally any anime you watch from JoJo, it's literally following the manga bit by bit exactly. That's it.
So, you know how a lot of people refer to Deadpool as comic sloppy seconds with, like, all the people's powers and quirks?
Don't you dare.
I'm getting to a point. I'm sure you've heard that before. If you haven't, that's on you. You haven't spent a day on the internet. But that kind of seems to be what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is that they take all these different memes, concepts, and stuff like that people either loved or hated, and they're like, we're just gonna do that and run with it, and if it gets a laugh, great. If it doesn't, not my problem.
Surprisingly enough, no, it's just a very out there anime, like
All right,
very
fair enough.
over the top.
I feel like it earns the bizarre in its title effortlessly. the nonsense I've seen from it, and I probably will never watch it, but it's unfortunately something that, and like it's not anybody I know. Because like I've got like Marcus here one, but I've got a couple other friends that are huge JoJo fans, and like it was so everywhere for it that it just made me not want to give a shit about
That's
it. And
fair.
that's not a fault of the show. That's not a fault of the manga. Like
You should still.
I do believe you get to that level of popularity for a reason, and you can read like even if I don't like it, I could probably say like it's probably pretty damn good.
It is
Just not your
actually
cup of
very,
tea.
very good. It's very over the top, and it's not without reason. But even though it's over the top, it's so good in the way it's written, in the way it's animated, in the way it's portrayed. Because even okay, first off, when you first started it, the first two essentially episode seasons, I should say, were basically what you would call a very generic kung fu style anime or
Mhm.
manga. Well, the creator was like, all right, bet. Let's add stands. And that's where Stardust Crusader starts, is the third in the series, where now you got stands and it becomes over the top. Plus, also the creator was very upset about, how most animes you see you get the female character being overly exaggerated.
Yeah, that is one
What do
thing I
you mean?
appreciate.
What do you mean? All female anime characters are anatomically correct.
In JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they are. And the males are not. They are way overly done. They are the most bisexual looking characters you would ever see anywhere. And that's why a lot of people love
It
it.
does have one of my favorite gifs of all time.
Which
Or
one?
just like one of my favorite meme templates.
Is
And
it
I
the
have no
"It
idea
was
what the
me,
context
Dio"?
is. No, it's
No.
the context where there are two people standing in like a field, beating the ever-living shit out of someone on the ground, and there's somebody who stares at them, looks at them, sips wine, sets it down, and then joins in and beats the shit out of them.
Yeah, it's
Rhino
that
just
one
sent
right
the
there.
GIF.
It's so good.
I knew exactly
It's
which one it
so
was.
good.
I can understand that. I think that's why a lot of people liked Scrubs, is because there was, of course, the sexualizing of women. But to counter that point, they sexualized the hell out of the Todd. That's why he was in a banana hammock at like 90% of his scenes.
I mean, I know a lot of people also, because we talked about it earlier, liked Brooklyn Nine-Nine for that too. Because Terry Crews is built. Like, the man is the body of a god.
Yeah, would. Anyway, Parker, you said that you had logos and whatnot to show us. So
I do indeed.
Did you draw them? Because that's gonna
No.
make this. Oh.
I will share my screen. I had to edit a few of them because some of them just straight up say what they
Now-
are on them.
Are you gonna give us multiple choice at least?
No, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you two marks on each question. You can guess. I want to see if you get the city or state or province or the team name. A lot of them are very similar. A lot of them are very like obvious. A lot of them, I want to say almost every single one of them I have talked about numerous times with you. And a lot of them have, even if you can't, have very, very apparent clues.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking up a province and territory list of Canada because the only thing that I know is
I'll tell you right now, there aren't any provinces. It's all states. Like there are teams from Canada, but there aren't any NHL teams named after a province.
So it's states of Canada?
States of the US. There are hockey teams in the US named after the state in which they play.
Yeah, that's also true.
Okay, let's just sure.
Let's go see the Orlando Blooms. Let's go.
Welcome.
Oh my fucking god, what have you done? Is this what you get for working in media?
This is incredible.
I do this all the time. You should see at work, we do every now and then, the committee I'm on, one of the committees does staff-wide bingo, and I'm the one who announces the drawings all like every morning.
Oh my god.
And I will sometimes give people like 4 paragraphs to read of a story just to be like, by the way, I drew D45, or I drew like B5 today.
Parker would be the person that tells an entire backstory in a cookbook for what he's made.
I absolutely would. I would.
Do you? Okay, at least would you have like a quick? Just go to this page if you want the
Yes.
recipe. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
And
Never
in
mind.
those
My
same
hate's gone.
emails that I do the bingo, I bold and make the text very big that has the actual drawing, so someone can open the email and go, "Okay, it was G52, it was O67. Move on with your day." But I'm also like, here's like a bunch of lines of bullshit if you want it.
This is incredible.
Bravo,
I
like to
good
have fun.
sir.
Thank you. We'll start off with we'll begin with
There's that
the
flag button.
original 6 teams.
I just want you to know, by the way, the Vancouver Canucks are gonna be my that's every guess technically, so that eventually I will be correct. I hope.
Can either of you tell me what this city and team name are? This is one that I talk about a lot.
Not the Leafs, then, is it?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Do you have a city guess, Marcus?
I mean, as far as I'm aware, it is Toronto.
You are both fully correct.
Yeah.
It's the Toronto Maple Leafs. The and fun fact for people who wonder, because I genuinely like this fact and like bringing it up. A lot of people wonder why the Toronto Maple Leafs are not the Toronto Maple Leaves when leaf plural is leaves. They are not referencing necessarily the maple leaf itself. They are representing an old military regime that went by the Maple Leafs.
Oh, neat.
So each player is a maple leaf.
Oh, that's
essentially
so cool.
is what they're saying.
I like it.
It's one of my favorite facts.
Leaf.
On to the next original 6 team.
God.
I know who this is. I know.
I would hope that you would have seen this.
I'm waiting for Bricker's got to go first.
Is it? I think it's Chicago Redskins.
Chicago Blackhawks.
Chicago Blackhawks.
Ah.
Redskins is the former name of a NFL team that was changed because Redskins is a very known derogatory term.
By the way, y'all, I don't watch sports.
Another one that I think one of you might be able to know.
I should know this. I've seen it before. It's another hockey team. It's not there. It's do they?
There's a very big throw off in this too if people try to use logic for it, and it's really funny to me.
Chicago Cubs.
That's a baseball team.
Fuck.
I'll give you another one. I'll be fair and give you one hint. It is a Canadian team.
Oh, is it?
It is a Canadian team.
Oh, damn it. Then my what I was about to say is wrong. Because it's funny. Damn it. Canadian team? Oh my fucking god, it's the Canuck. Oh.
Is it the Vancouver Canucks? No.
It has to be.
That's my default guess for every answer, but because there's a C and an H in there, I'm also just going to throw out the Canadian Hosers.
Marcus, do you have a guess?
I was going to say the Canucks, but...
You are both incorrect. The reason I was saying it is because, Marcus, this is the team your girlfriend cheers for. It is the Montreal Canadiens. The reason there is an H is because the team actually stands for Les Habitants des Canadiens. So that's also
why
a lot of
attractive right now.
That's also why a lot of people refer to them as the Habs, and usually what I call them whenever I make dumb jokes about your girlfriend cheering for them.
So she's only half right.
This one, probably one of, I think, the most easily recognizable ones.
If you're into sports ball, maybe.
I think this is one that a lot of people outside of hockey use because it's a very iconic logo. It has very rarely changed. Most of the original 6 teams have not changed much.
Oh, no, they definitely have not.
In terms of logos. And they're the first 6.
That I am having trouble with.
Something Buccaneers?
That is also a football team. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers is a football team.
Okay, so... Damn it, there used to be a naming convention when it came to, like, sports teams. Like, some teams were, like, animals, and when they're animals, they were, like, football kind of thing. That used to be a thing for a while, and it stopped.
The Quebec wheelbarrows, because it's a wheel, there's a B on it, and Quebec's the only place I know.
Is it from the U.S.?
It is from the U.S. I'll give you that.
I had
I'll
a
at least
feeling
give
it was
you
from the
countries
US.
on them.
Is it from Ohio? No.
No, I know the main one of Ohio, so I'm hoping
I only knew the
that
main one of
comes up.
Chicago.
The
I have no idea.
the Braxton Hicks.
You guys
Braxton
don't have
Hicks.
guesses?
I have no
nothing,
like.
dude.
If I really want to try and guess, it got nothing. The B is throwing me off, but it's
the B is both refers to both aspects of it. The team got eliminated last night at the time of recording this. The Boston Bruins.
That was my next guess.
no, it wasn't.
Shut up.
Boston Bruins. So
Yep.
why?
Oh,
How about this
Oh!
one?
oh no, I know this one.
Oh my god, I should know this. Oh, I know it. I think I know it.
Pop off, King. If I hear it, I'll be able to know if you're correct.
I was gonna say the Calgary Flames, so that's wrong.
No,
Isn't it?
that ain't.
That is absolutely not the Calgary Flames.
I don't know. I didn't know there's
Been in the league a lot longer than the Calgary Flames.
Oh
Fuck.
no, I know this one because I see it. If I hear the name, I'm gonna remember. Like, I'll know that if that's correct or not. But like right now, all I can think of is fucking Hot Wheels.
There is a very big reference to the city and a very literal interpretation of the name within the logo.
I am so upset at
Which is
myself.
something that I just very much appreciate. I think this is like legit one of the best logos ever designed. I think it's incredible
I
in
wanna
every
say-
way.
The thing is, I hate it. I've seen this. I'll be honest. I
I
already gave my answer, so I gave my answer. I can't change it, and I'm wrong.
You have
I
a
now know
guess?
what it is.
Do you have a guess, Bricker?
No, I can't remember what it's called for the life of me. But there's a car place here that uses that logo as their thing, and I cannot remember what it's called either. So I'm out.
It is the Detroit Red Wings.
You're gonna be so upset at yourself, aren't you?
Which Motor City into the Red Wings?
Yeah,
Makes
No
sense.
notes.
Yeah.
Perfection.
yeah.
On
It
to-
makes sense.
Onto what I think is one of the worst logos in the NHL. I have edited this one to not have the name in it because it just says the name. I think this logo fucking sucks.
That's literally just the NHL logo, isn't it?
Along the top is where the city name is, and transcending down the angle is where the team name is.
It's so similar to the NHL logo.
Yeah, it's just
I hate
shield.
that.
It's simple, sure, it's recognizable. I hate it.
That's
I
an
think this
awful
team has like
logo.
never had a good logo. They're simple, but like they exist.
They exist.
That's how I
They
think
are
about their
there.
logos. They are still playing right now. They are advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I'm
What the fuck is this logo? It's US too, isn't it?
it's US. I
Yeah,
believe you both have been to. No guesses, I'm assuming.
into?
I think. I'm not sure. I can't be sure on that, but I think you both would have been here.
State-wise.
State-wise, I'm sure you've been there.
It's not Columbus Crew, is it? That's gonna be my guess.
It is not the Columbus Crew.
Okay.
I wanted to say it was somewhere in Pennsylvania. For some
I
reason.
understand. Do you have a guess, Marcus?
That's all I got.
No, it is the New
Motherfucker.
York Rangers.
We've both been to New York.
I figured
Yeah,
you
we have.
Here's one that I know neither of you will get, but I think this is the best logo in the NHL.
That's a really cool. That's a Cougar.
I like that. Is that a U.S. or Canadian?
That is a U.S. team.
That's US team.
And I can't tell you, I have no idea if either of you have ever been here. It's one of the places in the U.S. I would actually very much like to go, but I think this logo is beyond perfection.
That's
But,
a really good logo, though.
It's so
No.
Wyoming Jaguars. That's gonna be my guess.
That's a good guess.
It's
I was
what
gonna
I'm-
go
it's
further.
It's one I'm sure you're both gonna get mad at.
I wanted to say California. It's got to be in California, but that's the best I can think of. But I don't know if they have a hockey
You have a
team.
team guess?
Does California have a hocky team?
California has multiple, I'll tell you that much.
I literally just threw out a state and an animal that I
You
don't
have
even know if that exists.
anything for that, Marcus?
Okay, I see two teams when I look up a name. I got Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Kings. I'll go with that, I guess.
Nope.
Damn
This
it.
is the Minnesota Wild.
Oh, fuck. I hate
And
that.
admittedly,
Okay.
that's even a pretty cool name.
Again, in terms
There it
of
is.
branding as a whole, probably have
That's a really good
one of the best in the thing. Next up, when it loads, do you know this one?
That one is, I believe, the Columbus Crew. I think.
Is that your guess?
Yes.
Columbus Crew.
Do you have a guess, Marcus?
Does Texas have a hockey team? It's got to be Dallas, Texas, something there.
Is it because of the star?
Oh,
I wanted to think because of the Lone Star in there.
sorry, Marcus. You are incorrect.
Is Ricker correct?
Bricker is half correct.
All right.
It is the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Ah, I thought that they had an actual bug on their logo.
Their mascot is a stinger.
Ah,
They're called
okay.
Stinger. They used to have a logo that was more similar to it. They changed it to this, I think, 10 years ago.
Okay.
Next
So-
up,
Columbus, Ohio. Of course, you at least know.
one that I absolutely hope you get.
That's easy.
I would have been legitimately angry if you didn't know this.
Okay, it's just because reasons. I only know
Yes.
it.
Why does that kind of look like him from Powerpuff Girls?
It's just missing those really tall, like high-heeled boots.
Yeah. Is this the Vancouver Canucks?
No, it is.
Is that
it
your
an
guess?
American
Yeah,
one.
It's an American one.
Oh, New York Wrench Tails.
Oh, you're so close, Marcus.
It's the Jersey Devils.
The New Jersey Devils.
Oh,
It's a Devil's Tail.
Okay,
And
I
that's
see
an NJ in there.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see it now.
Another bit of branding, and I think is perfect. Also, really fun thing. They have a jersey that just says Jersey, so they have the Jersey, and
I
it's
like
the
it.
greatest thing. And they also now have a hat that just says hat on it.
So one of my players in my D&D campaign, he has a hat that says hat and a shirt that says shirt.
Yeah.
He's working
I
on
love
getting
that.
a pants that say pants on either leg.
Amazing. Next,
Oh no, you got to make sure it says left leg or right leg though.
Oh, you're
we
right.
have the newest NHL team
Canadian or
and
US?
another
They're not Canadian.
US. And legitimately, again, a no notes perfect logo, I think.
I want to say like the team name has to be like the Krakens. But from where? Florida? Like Miami? No, can't be. But that's my guess right now.
The
Miami
Georgia
Kraken?
I'm gonna guess either the Georgia Krakens, or if I'm gonna be silly, I'm gonna say the Alabama Snacks.
No.
I'll give you both one because the team name is the Kraken.
Hey,
But the more literal interpretation of the logo, what it represents, Seattle is the city.
Oh,
It is the Seattle
it's an
Kraken.
S.
I like that both of us. Oh,
It is awesome. I'm sure you will both get. I'm sure that at least one of you will get mad at me for the next one.
probably. Go on.
This is not the primary logo the team uses because I was worried you would know that, and I wanted to be mean.
What is
This
this?
is the most basic bitch of bitch
No,
fucking
this is
logos.
this is Play School Baby's first hockey team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Basic bitch basics. Like, what the hell's going on here?
U.S. or Canadian?
This is Canadian. This is very Canadian.
The Canadian Sticks.
The Alberta Buccaneers.
Canadians.
I'm so sorry. Please, don't hate me or do. This is an alternate for the Vancouver Canucks.
You suck.
Well, then technically I'm right because I said that all of my answers were by default the Vancouver Canucks.
No, shut up.
Another team next up that just got eliminated last night. And another logo I think is incredible.
It's US, isn't it?
This is a US.
Atlanta Falcons.
That's an NFL team, I'll tell you that. I don't know if you two have ever
It
been
has
to
to
this
be.
city.
I don't think I have, but it does look like it should be Atlanta. Wait, no. Wait, yes. I want to say it's in Atlanta, but I can't think of anything else.
Atlanta Eagles. I don't know.
Atlanta Eagles. Marcus, have you a guess?
I wanted to say the Atlanta Snow.
The Atlanta Snow.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, those are incorrect. It is the Colorado Avalanche.
Well, this isn't fair. Why is there a bird?
What
Where do you
bird?
see a bird?
The tip of the A. That's a beak coming out of the top of the A.
Oh my
isn't it?
goodness! I see what you mean. I've never noticed that.
Okay, here's the thing,
how
Bricker.
you see a beak.
You can't see it so flat. That is very much a 3D space of it starting out there and going
It's an
down because it's an avalanche.
Going down a mountain. Woo. Next one.
I don't like
I'll
sports
give you a
anymore.
hint, I guess, on the next one. This is the team I hate the most. And
Oh.
I've altered it to cover up them having the name in it. I also think the logo sucks. I think it's boring as hell.
You know exactly who it is.
Go for it, cause like all.
I know it because I know you talk shit about the
Mhm.
Oilers all the time.
Where are they
It's
from?
Edmonton Oilers.
You are correct.
That was my.
And the only
guess.
reason I noticed the logo immediately is because the top part of it is oil dripping down into what looks to be fucking water.
It says Oilers, and the Oilers kind of like drip down, kind of like oil slick, I guess. I hate it. Understanding my geography, I think this is a team that's relatively close to both of you. I think.
Yo, this is the logo for Sonic and Knuckles.
No, it's Shadow and Knuckles. Please, that's black, not blue.
Well, yeah, well, they couldn't have done blue, otherwise it would have been way too close. Clearly.
Okay, fair.
Is this Canada or
This is U.S.
U.S.
I think this team is, understanding my very little about U.S. geography, I think this team is close to both of you. Probably closer to Bricker, I think. I don't know U.S. geography. And most of the teams in the NHL are very much north to east, north U.S.
Oklahoma Cyclones?
I wanted to say Baltimore for some reason, but that's just like the city. I have no idea of any sort of name.
Want to hazard a guess of any kind?
You said
Yeah, I said Cyclones.
I need water. I just said pucks because I have no clue on this one.
Actually, Cyclones isn't a terrible guess. It is the Carolina Hurricanes.
Makes sense with
I feel like I deserve at least half a point.
I'll give you one for that.
Thanks.
Amount of water.
Because I'm also very mean in this, so
You got two non-sports ball peoples doing their best.
one that I'd be surprised if you got. Another team I actually very much hate.
So it's Canadian?
No, it's American.
Fuck.
I was going to say, he doesn't hate all Canadians.
They are still playing, unfortunately. They beat Boston out last night.
Wildcats.
You might be right.
I'll give you one hint. This is a state. This team name represents a state.
I gotta go look up my states real quick. I don't remember fucking all the states.
we
You got a 1 in 50 chance at least to get half a point.
Chance.
The Maryland Wildcats.
Pennsylvania
Wildcats.
Wait, yeah, Pennsylvania Wildcats. I have no idea.
It is the Florida Panthers.
That was my
Florida
next guess.
Panthers. I knew they had a hockey team. I had it
didn't.
wrong though.
Florida has 2 hockey teams.
Fuck.
Actually, Next up, we have the second newest NHL team that a lot of people very much hate. I kind of do, but eh.
Is this Canadian or U.S.?
This is American.
I need to bring up my state map again.
I'll also tell you this one also No, this doesn't represent a state. No, this is a city.
No, I didn't think it did, but it's like if I had to narrow down my guess.
The Baltimore Spartans.
Well, I was thinking Spartans.
Spartans.
Spartans as well. But I don't know why. The Vegas Spartans, the Las Vegas Spartans.
Marcus, you get half a point.
Why
It is the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh, I don't know why. For some reason, I'm like,
There's a V in there.
There is.
Yeah.
There's a V, and that's actually something I think is very clever. This is an older logo of a team that exists, and the fact that they can't use this logo anymore physically hurts me because it's
The
so
Mighty
good.
Ducks.
It's the Mighty Ducks.
Do you know where they're from?
Isn't it Florida? No, Miami. Yeah, Miami.
I think it's Miami,
Miami.
if I'm remembering the cartoon correctly.
Oh, you both get half a point.
Damn
Either
it.
that or
the-
Georgia?
I'll tell you, you were way off. It is the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim,
Where the fuck is that?
California?
California.
Oh my god.
They used to be owned by the Walt Disney Company. That's why they were the Mighty Ducks. Now they are just the
bad
Ducks.
Ducks.
They're the
Grasping
Anaheim
up the
Ducks.
ice.
Next up, we have, for the team I cheer for, the logo that triggers my entire fan base.
U.S. or...
U.S.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is also a city.
It's a fucking thunderbolt, man. It's got to be the thunder. Like, wait.
Lightning Bolt.
It's not lightning bolt. I'm pretty sure the team is the Thunderbolts or Thunder. The Thunderbolt. Yeah, I think it's like the Thunder, something like that. But I can't think of a state for city.
I legit have no clue, so I'm just gonna say the Traverse Town Thundagas.
I love you.
I love you
so
too.
much. Marcus, do you have a city to guess?
God. Orlando Thunder.
Oh no! But you are close. It
Really?
Miami
It is
Thunder?
actually no. It is the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
When Bricker said lightning bolts, you're like, no, it's thunder. I'm like, no, because you're probably thinking of the Oklahoma City Thunder, the basketball team.
Oh, the basketball.
Sure.
Next
yeah.
up,
No, that's a basketball team.
Another one that'll probably make you mad.
I could make somebody really mad by calling that a saber-toothed tiger. That is an inside joke between me and Parker, just because of one of our friends.
I
If you
legit
call it-
thought that it was gonna be something Sabretooth, but the way he cackled, I don't think that's accurate.
Tell you that it's not. This is a city in the U.S. I'll tell you that much too. We have only one more Canadian team. The rest all Yankees.
Yankees.
This one infuriates me because there's another team in the league that has the name that this city should have, and it infuriates me.
Oh my god, I know about that too. I knew about it. What the name is, I will never fucking remember.
Well, let's say that you might also be thinking of a basketball thing similar. It's more that there's just another city that has an NHL team that fits this city way more. Care to throw out a guess?
Detroit Lions is football, right?
Detroit Lions
Yes.
is football, and
Okay.
we've done the Red Wings.
Fuck. Oh wait, so two hockey teams can't be in the same city?
Hold on.
I mean, they there's not really a reason they couldn't, but they probably wouldn't.
Okay.
There are multiple with two in the same state. I mean, there's 2 Florida teams, 3 California teams, 2 Alberta teams, 3 Ontario teams.
If you really want to see something, or no, something funny, there's 2 Chicago baseball teams. The Red Sox,
Yep. White
Is it red
Sox
and
and the
white?
Cubs. Boston
White
is the
Sox
Red
and Cubs.
Sox.
Boston's red. That's right.
The Kansas Tigers.
Kansas Tigers.
Kansas City Tiger. Yo, no, it's the Kansas City Cats.
No. And this
Damn.
infuriates me. It is the Nashville Predators.
I don't like that. I feel unsafe
I
hearing
don't
that.
like the name. And I
Nashville
will,
Predators.
in a couple later, I will tell you
I
really
just-
why it infuriates me.
Hearing that makes me just want to go hug my son and tell him it's going to be okay. I don't like that. Oh, that's the DoorDash logo.
It is, but it isn't. And I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't
for
know if
fuck's
you
sake.
two have been here. This is also a city. I don't know if either of you have been to this city. I would guess you probably have, at least passed through. You've probably been through the state at least.
Yeah,
but
we
I
have.
don't know if
At this point, I'm just trying to get the state right, to be honest.
this is a city. And I'll give you one hint. The first letter of the city is vaguely represented in the logo.
I'll tell you right now, there's a P in there.
The
There's a P.
Pittsburgh Pioneers.
We got the Pittsburgh Pioneers.
I wanted to say Pittsburgh Pirates, but those are a football team.
That's a baseball team.
Oh, baseball. My apologies. I want to say
Same
the
thing.
Pittsburgh Wheelers now.
The Pittsburgh Wheelers. Those are our guesses.
Yeah.
It is the
Oh my God, it's not.
Philadelphia Flyers.
Oh.
Philadelphia. Yeah.
I thought that was baseball.
Philadelphia's baseball is the Phillies.
Huh?
Do you know what this one is?
That's some flying note, motherfucker. The winged ass note. Wait.
Is this U.S. then?
Wait.
This is U.S. This is a city. Yes, this is a city.
Oh my God, what is that one city?
The Dallas Chargers.
The Dallas Chargers.
No. Oh my God. It's a Kansas City? Like the Kansas I want to say the Kansas City Flyers, but that's wrong.
No. And this is the one that infuriates me because why the fuck is the musical thing in St. Louis and not Nashville? It is the
That's what I'm
St.
thinking.
Louis Blues. And
Wait.
it makes me unreasonably angry.
St. Louis. What state is that again?
Missouri.
Oh, I think that's Kansas. It was Tennessee.
Oh.
I was thinking St. Louis. Not St.
Nashville.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Nashville,
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I got nothing.
That's what I was thinking. It's like it had to be the.
The Penguins. This is Canadian, isn't it?
This is American, and
American.
from what I understand, the color scheme of this is very emblematic of the city. I understand that everything in the city uses this color scheme. And I believe it's a city you both have said
Is it the
earlier today.
Is it the Pittsburgh Penguins?
We have the Pittsburgh Penguins. Is that
Yeah,
what's your guess?
I'll go with Pittsburgh Penguins.
You're both correct. It is the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Cool. Never been to Pittsburgh.
We're almost
Drove through
almost
Pennsylvania,
there. And now we'll get to ones that will actually probably make you mad at me.
Parker, why are
You
you,
mean I'm
why
not
are you
already?
testing our love?
What team is this?
The Al
This is a city, and this is a U.S. city.
I want to say Atlanta Flames for some reason.
That was gonna be my guess, because like it's fire or
Do you-
something.
Do you
Fire
both?
for
Oh
A.
my god, kid, you
Do you
just
both?
scared me. Come here. I am working.
What did he say?
He ran out of the room going, ah!
And oh, he's so cute.
I love him. He's a good kid.
He's awesome. And as I was gonna say right before he came in, you actually both got 2 points.
Hey!
This is the
Oh!
logo of the former NHL team, the Atlanta Flames.
I literally,
I'm
it was gonna be
Proud
that.
of you both.
I was gonna say Alberta until you said that it was a U.S. team. And Atlanta
So
was the
next
only one I could think of that began with the letter A at the time.
Yeah,
Next
same.
up. What is this?
The Detroit War Horses.
Boar horse?
War.
A
What is it
war.
good for? Wait,
This one I will not give any hints.
wait, doesn't Detroit already have a team?
Yeah, we've done Detroit's team, but this one I will say nothing else on.
So you can't tell us if it's U.S. or not?
I think ooh, what's a city there though? Ooh. Ooh.
The Quebec Fire Horses.
I want to say I don't know why. The Minneapolis not Broncos. Fuck. What the hell? Damn it. I was
You're
going to say
doing
Minneapolis
great.
Broncos now, though, because I can't remember the other name I was going to say. Wait, we already did Minneapolis. Fuck it.
Minneapolis Broncos and the Quebec Fire Horses.
Yes.
It's awful. It's bad.
I wouldn't want to give it because this is actually the team that moved from Atlanta. This is an alternate logo for the Calgary Flames, the team I cheer for, and that's why I was not going to say anything, and I would not have put the main Calgary logo on there because I feel like people would get that because they know me.
So, okay, I have a question then because,
Yes.
as you know, I don't follow
Can I
sports.
pile drive you into the sun?
Depending on his answer, that may be. But why are teams allowed to have two logos?
They have
logo.
multiple, and a lot of them have different logos for different things. This is the Blasty, the horse that kind of ties in the stampede agricultural farming horse culture of Alberta, specifically around Calgary. And this is a logo that some people really hate. I think is cheesy and wonderful.
Okay.
And we call him Blasty, and I really like that.
Okay.
This one I will tell you we're very close to being done. This is a U.S. city team, I will tell you that.
Is Dallas Cowboys football?
Dallas Cowboys is football.
The Dallas Lone Stars.
I was going to guess the Dallas Stars.
I'm going to give you both two for that, because it is the Dallas Stars, and Lone Stars is close enough, so I'm going to give you both two for that. And we have one more fun one that I really hope the two of you would get.
Oh, no.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Isn't that just the Morrowind symbol?
It is not the Morrowind symbol.
What is that? This looks like something from a video game.
I'll tell you that. That is something from a video game.
Munching, weaseling fuckboy.
I was really sure I thought you two would both get this one pretty much instantly, to be honest, because I thought you both had played this.
And you're sure it's not the Skyrim logo?
I am sure it's not the Skyrim logo. This was over a decade, I believe, before Skyrim, or just about a decade before Skyrim. Around there.
And it's hockey?
No, but it's a team logo.
Fuck.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No.
I will. This is from Final Fantasy X, the Xanarkand Abe's logo.
I don't even know what those words mean.
Oh my god!
Blitzball
Come on,
team
it's
that
Blitzball.
Cheetah's played for.
I don't know the team name.
I don't even know what Blitzball is.
I thought you both had played 10.
No.
I never have.
I'm sorry.
The fact that... Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I know I disappointed you on this day.
You did not disappoint me, but I had to throw in one that was absolutely unfair and super mean, and I knew it'd be funny. So I will quickly count up.
Oh no. I think Marcus got this one because he knew, at least he knew some team names better than me.
Only just. Only through... Fucking hell, there's that goddamn symbol right there! Only through, like, osmosis of other people.
Bricker got a 13, and Marcus got 17.
You know what? I'll take a 13, because I thought you were going to say Bricker got a 2.
I appreciate you guys letting me torture you with that. That was so much fun. Especially because I knew...
Up with more stuff, like, I'm totally fine. Like, Canadian, I assume you guys are going to have, like, Canadian restaurants. Like, we could try to guess what they serve, like, fast food places and stuff like that. I'm totally on board with it.
I don't even know what... I don't even know how many Canadian restaurants you guys don't have in the States.
About the only one that I know that we do have is Tim Hortons.
Yeah, and Tim Hortons barely even counts as Canadian anyway. Other fun fact that I've probably brought up on the podcast numerous times, Tim Hortons is named after a hockey player named Tim Horton who died drunk driving.
That's hilariously sad.
It's yeah.
That took a left turn.
That's
That took a Larry.
That's why I always bring up that fact, because everybody always just gets so thrown off. Like, what?
Huh.
Why?
It's just like you mentioned this, and it's like, wow, that's actually really funny that it happened this way. It's really sad that it happened this way, but it's funny.
I mean, I guess.
I believe it was in the late 70s that Tim Horton passed. He started a coffee shop. It's now owned by, I believe, Burger King, and is a shell of the Canadian culture.
Tim Hortons is owned by Burger King, which I think Burger King is owned by another fucking bigger company.
And the thing is that, and this is something that a lot of Canadians have very strong opinions on either way. The old recipe, or whatever it was for Tim's coffee, is now, at least in Canada, I assume in the States as well, but I'm not sure, served by McDonald's. So when Tim's used to be known as like the best damn coffee around, it was. And now it's at McDonald's. So go to McDonald's and get some good coffee, because that shit is great. Tim's is there. It does legally count as coffee.
Did you know that Burger King started in Jacksonville, Florida?
I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who the fuck owns Burger King right now.
The only other brand that I know for sure started in Florida is Gatorade, because it was given specifically, it was like made for the Florida Gators teams.
Yep. That one I do know too.
Gatorade.
With an H2O.
Gatorade.
H2O.
So glad you knew that.
Wait,
absolutely, Waterboy.
So I now with my nephew, and I noticed this last night, I don't know why, but the most consistent thing, if he's ever like having because he's 3, having a 3-year-old moment, the thing that I will do is just quote that movie, and I'll just go, "I'm sorry, will you please still be my friend?" And he will either, like, as soon as I say "I'm sorry," he will just dead stare me in the eyes, and then he'll either laugh or he'll go, "Yeah." Or if he's really mad, he'll say no. And that's when, like, the boy is mad now. The boy is not happy. And then I'll wait 30 seconds and say it again, and usually then he'll go, "Yeah."
Yeah. It's like my kid, he'll just say, "I'm mad at you." And at first we were like, why? And it usually led to, I don't know, or I'm just joking, or something like that. So now he'll say, "I'm mad at you." And our response is, "Good. We're mad at you too." And there was one time he goes, "Why?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
why?
It sucks, doesn't it?"
How does it feel?
How does it feel?
Mm-hmm. Like, there was one time that he bit me. This was like a year and a half ago. And I said, "You can do that, but remember, I bite harder than you do." And he stopped biting me.
I mentioned my cousin and her 2 daughters, my 2 nieces, and how the younger one is beautifully chaotic. Just sheer, like, there are no fucks given. It's lightened up a bit over the last, like, couple of years, but she had a phase where she was pretty quick to bully her older sister. And her older sister is an angel, an absolute sweetheart. She's sassy, she'll get what she wants, but she's very, very nice.
Yeah.
So, easy target for her sister to bully. And my cousin got to the point of basically, whatever you do to your sister, I'm going to do to you.
Oh.
And there was one time where her sister walked up where the chaotic one, it just right in the back, it just with all her strength. And my cousin's just like, "All right in the back." Like, nowhere near as hard.
Yeah,
not like, but yeah, and I'm like, you set a rule, like, you told him. And that's the only time my cousin has ever, like, gotten mad at her. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was the moment where she's like, "I'm not going to bully my sister anymore because this wasn't fun." It's like, no shit, look at how your sister feels.
We call that FAFO. Fuck around, find out.
Like, yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, whenever we had... And again, it was more so in the other school, and I'm wondering now that I've seen the progress he's made if the other kid kind of instigated it. But whenever he would bully this kid, or they would fight or whatever, my response was, "Okay, you said you don't like him. How would you say if I didn't like you? Like, it doesn't feel good, does it? How would you feel if I started taking away your crackers, your toys, your stuff like that?" But now that I've seen the progress he's made, I'm kind of wondering how much of that was actually him
Yeah.
and how much was
like,
the other student.
Like, and honestly, even looking at my two nieces, it's a similar thing where it's like, yes, the one, like, she would bite her sister or hit her sister. Obviously, that is a big, like, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, her older sister, though, would, and nowhere near as subtle as she did, like, try to, like, exclude her from stuff.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, the younger one sees older sister doing something and wants to do it because that's what Sissy is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And she would, like, get mad or try to
Yeah.
stop it. And I'm like, it's not right that your sister hits you, but also, like, your sister is trying to like, wants to,
Mm-hmm.
connect with you and all this. Like, in other words, kids are kind of, unstable, I think is a good
Yeah,
word.
because, well, I mean,
Yeah.
everything
Immature.
that they're experiencing,
They
they're
don't-
experiencing for the first time.
Exactly.
They don't have that. Well, they don't have what we got is that wisdom of
Do we have
knowing.
wisdom.
Technically,
Do
we have wisdom.
I
We
thought
have
that was a
wisdom,
dumb
but
stat.
we don't have. We don't have. We have wisdom,
Didn't
but we
make
don't
us
have
donkeys
intelligence.
have wisdom. And by us
Intelligence.
donkeys, I mean every adult.
Fucking asshole. I wanted to say the intelligence is the dumb stat joke.
Hey, as long as it ain't charisma, because that's about all I got.
You need to work. We need to work on it some.
No, I think it's pretty solid, actually.
It's a
Oh,
solid
jeez.
1 out of 10.
Hey, you know what? That's still
Hey,
better than some.
0.
Yeah, some people have 0.
Yeah.
Oh my
I work with
goodness.
some people that have 0 in charisma.
Me.
I try to avoid talking to them as much as possible.
I've worked with a lot of I've worked with some people that have some really Marcus, we were in a server where I was working with one guy and I used to just like post whatever he said in the chat because the shit he said was so stupid and
So,
ridiculous.
we've...
I was delivering
Yeah.
I was delivering furniture with the guy and one of the first things he said was, and I was 21, 22, and we were driving around in the truck and we passed there was a young woman walking around the street, probably like about my age. And I was looking, he's like, he's like, you should talk to this woman. I was like, for numerous reasons, like I would never. And I was like, no. And then he was like, why? And it kept like, wouldn't leave it alone. And I was like, for one thing, to get him to stop, I was like, I don't know her age. She could be my age. She could be 5 years older. She could be 16. And he looked out the window and he goes, no, she's about 20. I'm like, I have to ask,
so
like,
many, like, I don't like
I have to ask, how do you know this? Man looks me in the eye. No hesitation, no irony. And he goes, I can tell the age of a woman by how she walks. What the fuck does that mean? What do you possibly mean? How did you figure this out? How did you come to this? What on earth are you talking about? Like,
wait, what wasn't this guy's name like the Prophet or
I
something?
called him the Visionary because
The Visionary. That's it.
this was my everyday. Was getting quotes like this. My prevailing theory is that he, for some reason, thought I was cool and wanted to like connect with me. But I'm like,
not the way to do it.
The nonsense he did, I no idea.
So,
like,
if we're talking about nonsensical things, I've got two then. Both of these happen in work chats at two different companies.
Oh no.
So two different people.
Oh god, yes.
So, you know how some people are religious and some people are not. We are open on, or they are open on Easter. And while it's fine to say Happy Zombie Jesus Day on your Facebook or to your close friends, saying it to your very Christian coworkers and very Christian boss was a fun way for this person to be demoted. The second one was at a different company. Guy was saying that he's finally starting to get his head wrapped around these things. However, he forgot one of the P's, and he also forgot the W, So
Oh no!
he was getting his head blanked by these things.
What were the things?
Uh, do you want the long technical term or do you want the short answer?
Shit, whichever. I feel like I just need to
So,
know.
the job that I had before was taking every bit of data that had been entered from a fraud claim, finding out basically the nationality, the city, the purchases that were made, the trends that were being set with it, and then compiling that all into a document, basically forming a 3 to 5 paragraph structure stating this is where the fraud occurred, this is how the fraud happened, etc., etc. I worked in fraud for like 10 years, so I knew what I was doing. Homeboy apparently just got hired in off the streets and had no idea what was going on, so that's what he was getting his head blanked by. How to write 3 to 5 paragraphs about fraud, and it's very easy because it literally went who,
Wait.
what, when, where, and why.
There's a pretty common
It's a
selection of
5H.
W's.
Yeah, like that
W.
is anti-money laundering in a
I
nutshell.
got the
Like
last letter.
who, what, when, where, why. And
Look.
more often than not, the why is blank because why do criminals do anything? Because they are Mr. Krabs and they like money.
Money.
Okay, so to give a more fun, not terrible story.
Okay.
My boss, love the guy, absolutely adore the guy. My man is not as young as I am,
Mm-hmm.
and often asks me for help with technology.
Okay.
I really hope I haven't told this story because it gives me joy every time I tell it.
All I can think
Before
of
we
is
had,
the deconstruction Halloween issue. When
No.
he I think he nearly.
Oh no, the forklifts! No.
Yeah,
This ain't
that's
the
the one.
forklift story.
Okay, okay.
You love the forklift story though. So this would have been 2 years ago. 2 years ago, this November, probably around there. And I was in my office before we moved around. And at this time, like, we were all on the same floor. All the offices were closed that you could probably hear what was going on in the next office. One of the close offices that could usually hear was one of my coworkers, a good friend from work. And she and I talked a lot about how, like, a lot of the people are older here and don't understand technology. About 20 minutes later, I'm working on something and I'm kind of on a roll, so I'm kind of like tunneling in, like I gotta just get this finished. My boss comes in panicking, like full panic. He's like, I'm sorry, I really need your help. Like, can you help me with my phone? There's something going on with it. Like, I'm very worried. I'm like, man, just give me like 5 minutes. In that probably like 5 minutes, he came back in like 4 times. Kept like I could hear him coming in to check on me because he really needed my help. So I was like, finally, I finished. I was like, all right, man, like come in here. The whole time this is happening, I cannot keep it together because I hear that a friend coworker trying desperately not to break down laughing, and then she starts slamming on her keyboard because she's messaging me like, "Oh my god, is this happening? What the fuck, man?" So what he did, and I'd explain to him how this all works and how to fix it. I have no idea how he got here, and he did this 3 or 4 times. I looked at his phone, and he was on the home screen, and there were weirdly shaped icons on the home screen and stuff. So I was like, okay, maybe it's like just like a weird visual glitch. Maybe turn it off and back on again. He did that and it didn't fix it. So now I was like, okay, I'm gonna actually look at your phone. Like, let me actually take a look. Let's see. I knew immediately what he had done. My homeboy, numerous times, took a screenshot of his home screen, zoomed in on the screenshot, and set that as his new home screen.
How?
And so I'm trying to explain to him. I had to explain how you set a wallpaper on your phone, how you take screenshots on your phone, because he didn't know that. And he gorilla grips that shit, I guess, and presses all the buttons and screenshots it.
Incredible.
And I'm like, the whole time, my coworker is just screaming at me in our work chat, in our one-on-one work chat. And I finally go over there. I'm like, Jesus Christ. She's like, was that what I honestly think? I was like, what do you think? She's like, that he fucking zoomed in on his wallpaper and set it as a new wallpaper. I'm like, he did that like 3 or 4 times.
Man's my hero.
You know,
And like I felt so bad because he was so embarrassed when I told him like how easy it was, but he was so happy that I helped him, and I'm like, honestly, you don't know what you don't know.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
of all the things, like it's a pretty understandable looking at how he handles his phone and all that, like it's understandable that this would be a thing that happens. But holy shit, it
At
was
least
so...
he's willing to learn, because that
Oh,
is more than
no,
most
he
people that
is.
age can say.
And I was so like tunnel vision getting this project done. It was a big project.
Oh,
I
and you
forget
could
what
have
it
finished
was.
it in 30 seconds.
No, but it was also that like when I finished that, like my brain was
Amazing.
like, "Ugh, I need like a second." That was the easiest refresh near the end of the day. And just like the rest of the day, I was like, there's nothing that's gonna bring my mood down
Nope,
because holy shit, this was so good.
I've got two lighthearted stories that I can follow up with. One being a misspelling, and one being just basically a series of unfortunate events
Oh
that
no.
is just
Unfortunate events are always fun.
it's so good. So, first one is back when I worked at Discover, there was a place that you could go to when you got, like, basically for rewards and stuff like that, they did in-store points. And you could go spend these at a place called the Shirt Shack. One day they sent out the email, and they
Yes.
forgot the R.
Yeah.
For days, people were talking about the Shit Shack.
You can't not do it when you get an email from the shit shack.
Exactly.
Somebody had already called it that unironically anyway, if they were
I'm
pissed, they
sure.
called it that.
Had
That's
to.
so good.
The second one, and if somehow you found this YouTube channel, I apologize. I'm not gonna name you by name, but just know that your story will forever be on the internet.
This is a great start to a story.
So,
When you have to
one of my
apologize.
friends, she lived at home with her parents at the time. Her parents had left for the day. She knew that they were going to be gone for the next 8-ish hours. So she did what any single teenager would be doing in their free time, and pulls up the hub.
Eating lasagna in bed.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what we're calling it now. So while she's eating lasagna in bed, she's watching a video on her phone, and all of a sudden, her phone freezes. But it doesn't just freeze. That image of this person just getting plowed is frozen on her phone. Like, I just get a frantic text message that says, an image is frozen on my phone of somebody being balls deep inside of another person. What do I do? I'm like, you shut off your phone. She goes, no, you don't understand. I'm texting you. This image is still there. I have tried turning off my phone, and when it comes back on, it's still there. I've tried taking out the battery, and when I take out the battery, it's just still showing that the phone is on. And she's like, I have no way of getting this image away from somebody. I'm like, well,
oh no.
I think you know what you have to do. You have to take it into wherever you bought it so they could go ahead and fix it because it's still under warranty. She goes, you don't understand. I bought it where I work. And the only two people that work in the electronics section on this day is a 16-year-old Mormon girl and a 45-year-old man who hits on me every chance he gets. So.
Oh no!
What happened though?
No clue. So, because she didn't want to leave any kind of trail, she spends an hour driving to a different location. She worked at Walmart, but because she is trained at other Walmarts, she drove as far away from any location as she possibly could. An hour. She is now an hour and 20 minutes away from home. The phone is still showing this. She walks inside. She goes to the electronics section, and as she's handing over the phone, the video resumes. A loud moan cascades through aisle K, and then finally the video closes, and she never had another problem again.
That's so.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Oh,
if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry.
I think I know what happened. Now the question would
I
be:
appreciate
were
that.
they on their Wi-Fi? Or were they on Wi-Fi at first? And if they were, did they not open their phone back up until they got to the new store? Because if that's the case, the Wi-Fi
yeah.
caused the
The
whole thing to
Wi-Fi.
fucking freeze.
And
No,
then it resumed
because
when it was Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
from my understanding, because her dad was very like he would like check websites that she was on and shit like that. I don't think she was connected to the Wi-Fi. I think she was burning through her 5G at the time. I could be
Okay,
wrong.
never mind. That is like.
But
That was
yeah,
like the
like
first thought I
she did
had.
try it a couple times on the way to the store, and it just showed that same burnt in image of this
Okay.
dude just getting it.
Because like my brain is like, why and how did this happen? Because I've been having like my own issue lately, and this is with Aaron's mom who lives next door. Has Windows 11 on her computer, which that's fine. Nowadays, we're all gonna have to get Windows 11. Windows 10 is gonna very soon not be updated anymore, not have any security
Remember the
updates. We
Windows
have to
10
get
was
11.
my idea commercials?
Windows 10 is so nice. I don't want to get 11, but at this point, there is no Windows 10 keys anymore. If you try to get Windows 10, you can't get it anymore. It's all 11 now.
Yeah, that sounds
But
right.
besides that, so we fixed her computer some time ago. It would stop, like it was stopping booting up and everything, and we had to get into the hard drive. So we ended up getting a new hard drive and installing Windows 11 onto that new hard drive, and then setting that new hard drive and just going to the BIOS. This is the new boot hard drive.
Mhm.
This is how it's going to boot in order. I want to take whoever the fuck is the idiot at Microsoft, strangle them, and tell them, why the hell are you constantly changing the BIOS boot order on every Windows fucking update?
I
every
imagine
time
they
it
do
would-
that so you can't replicate the 10 to 11 keys or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
it's got to be something stupid, but at the same time, it's like, because every time she gets a Windows update, I get a message, hey, it's blue screen again, and I'm like, why is it blue screening? It should not be doing this. We set the BIOS. I set it to never also do any Windows updates ever until you say, yes, do a Windows update.
Until the last
It just does
possible
automatically
day.
does it.
Huh.
It's just still automatically does it. So every
weird.
now and then, it's like every 2 months or so, it's like blue screen, be over there, fix it in 2 minutes, go back, you're good. I hate
That's so
technology.
weird.
I hate technology.
It
so
honestly,
much.
same. Because like I streamed last Saturday, a week ago.
Yes.
And in that time, Cloudbot decided, you know what? I'm gonna just turn off again. And I don't know why it keeps turning off.
Man, I never messed with Cloudbot, so I have no idea. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a Streamlab. Oh, you still use slobs, don't you?
No, I use OBS.
Oh, you use regular OBS. Oh
Mhm.
shit, I need to inform Topaz I was wrong.
I mean,
When I was helping
if-
Topaz to start understanding stuff, I'm like,
if she needs help with Streamlabs, so what I do is I use OBS for streaming, and then for stuff like this, I use Streamlabs. This way, I
Slobs.
have all of my long form content on one platform and all of my short form content on another one, and I don't have to switch between as many scenes.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, if she needs help, I can absolutely help her out.
I told her about OBS, and the first thing, I think she told you in your stream too today, which was really funny. It's like, oh yeah, this mother, it was basically
the
like,
help video that you sent her.
I was about to go to sleep, and then I'm like, she was about to go to sleep or like look on stuff tomorrow. And I'm like, hold on a second, before I forget about it, this is the same thing I sent to Bricker to work on his mic sounds through OBS to make it so your mic sounds perfectly fine, like a professional mic.
Now
I sent that to her, and then she went on a rabbit hole.
Quick question,
Long answer.
because I haven't had your stream pulled up when I've been on a voice call in months because of how work schedule has been.
Right.
When I call you, do I still sound like I'm talking to you on a cell phone, or did that ever go away?
It's still there, but I don't know why that's there. I don't know how
It
that's there.
it's
It could
me and
just be
Carm.
well, the thing is too, is like I don't know if it sounds the same for people on stream, but I've heard somebody, I think it was like Ace before, would say, "Wow, Carm sounds so different to you than she does for me." And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know why, but now I'm starting to figure out I might know why
It's
that
I think
is.
it's a Discord thing because the thing
It's not
is when
Discord.
she's been in Discord, I don't hear it, but like if I have your stream pulled up, she
You hear
sounds
how it sounds.
vastly different.
Yeah, and I think I know what it might be. And I'm
Oh,
gonna plug
perfect.
this in so I can work on it.
Fair enough.
I never thought about it.
Yeah.
Uh
Parker, are you still streaming like at all, or is it just like
I've
meh?
been I've been taking a break because of joining Carm, doing the
That's
autonomy
fair.
stuff on hers. When we're done, I want
yeah.
to go back to it. I just don't have the time to commit to
I
like
get that.
multiple days a week. I do miss it. Like I
Yeah,
loved doing it, but I also they really wanted to do that, and I had no problem with it.
that's
It's been a
fair.
ton of fun. So
Yeah, Lady
it's been
B,
just
she's
on
streaming.
hiatus.
That's fair. Lady B is ending
Oops.
her
Oops.
hiatus kinda tonight.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean I get that. Like I used to stream 5, 6 ish days a week, and then it slowly dwindled down. Now I'm like, I could at least commit to one, maybe two on
yeah,
some weeks, but on my days off, like again, I kind of prefer just working on straight up YouTube content because it allows me to fine tune and do things the
Mhm.
way that I need to. I think what I may end up doing is probably starting to focus a little bit more on recording or doing YouTube stuff on Twitch, and then
yeah,
just again refining it a little bit later this, and especially now that I have a hard drive that can store that much
yeah.
data, because oh,
That's
that's
totally fair.
such a blessing.
I
Yes,
am
seriously.
I am going to have to go and look at something online for somebody to tell me what would be better at this. Let me give you a quick screenshot because I
I was about to
realize
say, like,
now.
I need words, my guy.
Well, here's the thing. Let me
Okay.
just give you a quick screenshot. It's something I didn't think about, but my headset has the ability to do stuff like this, and I have it set to clear chat right now. So if I started hearing you guys talk, that's what I've always had. And everybody to me, everybody's voice sounds super clear, but it has that really weird effect to it. And funny enough, this translates to stream. And I don't know why it does, because it technically shouldn't, because it's what my headset is. But now I'm realizing that all the audio everybody's hearing is what's coming out of my headset.
Hey, tech people, drop a comment down below and see if you can figure out the riddle. You will find, while finding this riddle, 3 blue paw prints placed around the internet. If you find those, you win the game.
You just
I know
bad
nothing.
joke.
I know nothing. I'm from Barcelona.
This requires fuck you, Corsair, for going so hard into Nvidia stuff. Now I gotta let's see here. Now I got something I
Parker, I
need to
love
do.
you so much.
Yeah.
You
I'm
just got
ignoring
that
you
fucking
fuckers.
wacko from Animaniacs
Yes.
smile, just a 1,000-yard stare.
It's one of my favorite things to do is drop like a very cursed thing or like very like concerning remark so casually and then just stare into the distance.
What I'll do sometimes when Lady B isn't looking, I'm gonna use this book, pretend it's the wall. She'll just look over and see me.
Just staring.
Yeah, just half of my face visible. I'm like, yes, my eye is basically embedded into the wall right now, but I need you to notice how creepy this is. Please notice me, senpai wife.
Notice me, senpai. Okay,
Yes.
I got one. I'm going to
Senpai
try and
wife.
set this.
Sen
Let's take a
wife.
quick look.
Safe.
Oh,
Senpai
I
wife.
like that. That
Safe.
sounds sexy and dangerous, like you.
Ooh.
Oh my.
I do often
Oh,
say
I
I am
see
a
what
threat
they've
to
done
everyone else's
here.
emotional and physical well-being, so I am definitely dangerous.
Hot. Yeah. Well, I'm
No.
trying to think of any other quick, goofy little stories. Whether it be about my friend, because I have plenty about her. Um, Did I ever tell you guys about the one time that I got super drunk and Ronifero found me passed out in our bathroom? Okay, just making sure.
I'm sorry,
I'm
what?
certain that you've told me that. I don't know if it was on a recording, but like that sounds specifically familiar.
So, in case I haven't told it on this podcast, um, Jesus. So this was when I had like first started actually drinking more than just like a wine cooler or a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Some friends came over, and I had drank probably about 4 margarita mixes. Um, then I
That's
started
quite a lot.
drinking beer, and then we ordered pizza. And the first thing I did as the pizza man gets there is that I tip him $25 for a $12 order. The second thing I do,
Made his night.
I'm sure. The second thing I do is embrace this man in a hug, and he is very uncomfortable and very much wants to get away from me. But
You're delivering pizza. It could be a lot worse.
exactly, like, and the thing is, like, I believe my exact words to him were, "Thank you for delivering the pizza. I see 4 stairs." I don't know if I meant 4 sets of stairs or out of the 12 that there were to go down, I could only see 4 of them. To this day, that information is not clear. During this time that I was making the pizza man very uncomfortable, my friend took the empty beer bottle that I had and filled it back up, but with Jack Daniels.
Oh,
By this time, I was already drunk because I was a lightweight. This was like my second time drinking.
You died.
I drank the entire bottle over the course of eating like 2 pieces of pizza. Definitely not enough to be soaking up the amount of alcohol that I have just ingested.
Died.
And yeah, I'm sitting there and we're talking, and all of a sudden I feel this guttural bubbling, this sound starting to build up, and I'm like, Even in my drunk mind, I'm like, that ain't good. I run to the bathroom, and I get the door closed, and I immediately just start vomiting and heavy. Yeah. And the last thing I remember yelling out to them before going into complete blackout drunk mode was, "Do you guys think I'm a bitch?" And then I was gone. The next thing I remember is Ronifero waking me up on his toilet. I had at some point during the night, I had taken off my clothes. I had sat down on his toilet because I have IBS, so I'll let you fill in the blanks as to what happened there. Hugging his trash can, just vomiting. Like, it's coming out of both ends. He wakes me up, he goes, "What the hell happened?" I'm like, "I don't know." And I finally get dressed. I don't know if he had to help me. I don't remember at this point. But the 2 things that I remember are walking back to the bedroom with him as he hands me a glass of water because he knows that this is going to make me puke. In my drunk mind, he's just giving me a refreshing treat because we're good friends. I remember going, you're such a good friend." I drank the water, I immediately puked, and the last thing I remember shouting before passing out was, "You're a horrible friend!" So,
you're a great friend. You're a horrible friend.
So the next day, I wake up hungover as all get out. Ronifero comes out into the living room. He hears me breathing in a corner. He peeks around the corner. I am curled up against the wall. I have my head pressed up against the drywall because it was cold, just nibbling on a single saltine cracker. And that's part of why I don't drink anymore.
Yeah, it takes one.
Yeah. It was a great time, y'all.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
But with that has been this episode of Scheduling Conflicts. I'm Brickerboom.
Oh, I'm the baby Rhino. I've been messing with my fucking equalizer on my headset. I think I finally got to set it up.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
I'm doing my best.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.